This video is made possible by our loyal Patreon supporters. Visit patreon.com/PsycheTruth.
Hey everyone, it's Courtney, and today I'm going to show you my leg stretching routine. This is something that I do after leg day or a glute workout, so I hope you enjoy. So I'm going to begin with my legs spread apart and my feet facing outwards, and I'm going to bring my body to the front. And this one I like because you feel it in your hamstrings. And I'm just gonna keep doing that kind of tabletop position at first and then go all the way over. So now I'm just gonna bring my arms together and swing side to side. I'm gonna go ahead and go over to my right leg. You can kind of bend this left one too if you want a deeper stretch. Or you can also lift your left leg as well. So whatever you want to do, you can kind of customize it to yourself. And go back to the center. And then kind of go to this left leg over here. And same thing if you want to bend your right knee to get a deeper stretch in your left leg, or if you want to raise your right leg to get a good stretch. Center, going to the right. I'm gonna now drop down and do this lunge here. So now that I'm in this right lunge, go ahead and put your left leg down and kind of sit up and try to get a deeper stretch. You're gonna feel this in your quad and in your right hamstring. And if you want a deeper stretch, you can put your foot diagonally and kind of go down on your knees and stay here for a while. If you can't come here, that's totally fine, but I kind of like to do deeper stretches, especially right after a leg workout or a glute workout. Go ahead and come back up, and then I'm gonna bring my right leg down. So for this stretch, I kind of wanna bring my body up, and if you are working on splits or if you do yoga, then you may know this pose. And you can also kind of come down to the floor for this one. And for stretching, I recommend that you don't have to hurry up and rush through it. You get way more benefit from taking your time. And then I'm gonna go ahead and come back up and go to the center. So for butterfly, I recommend that you put your feet as close as you can to yourself. Some people can't do that, and I don't want you to try and do it and then your knees be way high. So if you're out here, that's totally fine too, but I would recommend to kind of challenge yourself and do bring your feet as close to your body as you can without compromising your knee height. And go ahead and sit on your sits bones. From here, I would kind of pulse. So go ahead and pulse slightly. And this really helps open yourself up. This is one of my favorite things to do because I always get tight in my hips and my legs. So butterfly is my favorite stretch. And then go ahead and bring yourself forward without hunching your back. Stand up real straight and go ahead and bring it forward. And try not to bring your booty up, and kind of make sure your sits bones are still on the floor. And if you're out here and it feels good to be right here, that's totally cool too. And if if you want to challenge yourself a little bit, I would bring my elbows to the floor. And then sometimes you can touch your nose to your feet. But that takes a long time. So I would go ahead and stand up and pulse again. So the idea is to bring your knees to the floor without compromising your posture. So if you have to be like this, then that's not correct. You kind of want to make sure your back is straight. And if you want a deeper stretch, I also would recommend for you to put your right hand on your right knee and kind of push down a little bit. And if you need some support, go ahead and put your left hand behind you and then switch. And again, if you're up here and you want to kind of pulse right here, that's totally fine. And then I'm gonna go down one last time to kind of see if we can go lower our second time. Some people don't realize that you can warm up your body and go lower the second time if you try again. And then go ahead and bring it up. So from here, we're gonna go ahead and stand up so we can transition into do our left side. So go ahead and keep your feet out and make sure your feet are faced diagonally and spread out. And we're gonna go ahead and go down again. And when you're going down here again, kind of see if you can go lower without compromising your back. And then kind of, you can walk your legs out, touch the floor. As you come up, go ahead and switch your position to bring your left leg forward and your right leg back. And we're gonna go ahead and kind of stretch that left leg out before you go into your lunge. So now that you're here, it's good to kind of pulse. And whatever stretches you're doing, pulsing really helps because it's kind of challenging yourself. And then go ahead and bring that leg down. And pulse here as well. Really opening up your legs. And then go ahead and make sure to bring your left leg diagonal before you go down. So now that we're here, if you'd like to stand back up, that's totally fine. And kind of pulse here. These stretches are not only good for leg workouts or glute workouts, but if you're trying to get your splits and want something not super challenging, this is a good everyday stretch routine because this is something you can do every single day. There are some stretch routines that are kind of advanced to where you would want to give your legs a break, but for this one, I don't think you really need to wait a day. You can totally do this every day. So I'm gonna go ahead and from here, I'm gonna bring my left leg in and make sure to bring it down. Go as slow as you need to because you don't want to hurt yourself. And going fast and stretching is just something you don't want to do. And you can stay here for a little bit. I like to rotate a little bit, feel it in different areas. You can kind of recognize, okay, I'm getting a good stretch, or I need to go a little deeper. Let me go down here. So here I'm just kind of letting myself stay in this position and recognizing any sides that I need to work on more. So for me, my right side can get a little tight compared to my left side. I'm left-handed. But my right split is better than my left, so it's a little weird sometimes. But just recognizing those little things, you can kind of help yourself in the long run. And now that we're kind of rotating our hips here, go ahead and sit straight and make sure that your body's parallel. You don't want to be too outside or too much in. You kind of want to make sure your body's parallel to the floor. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bring my body up and make sure that your back is straight, you're not slouching, and stay here for a couple seconds. Stretching is kind of intuitive and to your own body. I spend time on one side more than another, depending on how tight it is, so I recommend you do the same. And now I'm gonna kind of bring my legs together and go to the front here, crisscross. Thank you so much for joining me for this leg stretch routine. This is something that I recommend you do every day if you can. You can do it after a leg workout or a glute workout. I hope you really enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.
Many of our subscribers don't see our videos. Make sure that you click the notification bell. And if you haven't already, follow us on social media for tips, tutorials, giveaways, and daily inspiration.
Wellness Plus is available on Amazon, which you can stream from your home on your phone, tablet, or TV. Join Wellness Plus today and get your first 7 days free.
Join us for 14 and 30-day programs, hour-long classes, and much more on our yoga app, Yoga Plus by PsycheTruth. It's free to download and features a variety of wellness content, including yoga, fitness, Pilates, guided meditations, and interviews with dozens of wellness experts. Start your 14-day free trial today by clicking the link below.